And I remember distinctly going out in the streets, and we were going to serve homeless people. And man, I'm telling you, like before we got ready, we put these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? Like we did them with our own hands. How many people like PB&J? Raise your hand. If you can live off of PB&J forever, right? Right? Even though your parents don't like it, we do. That's what matters. And I remember just getting like some blankets, some toiletries, some water, and all that other stuff. And there we're out in the streets, and then all of a sudden I locked eyes with a homeless dude, and his eyes were locked. I'm like, that dude's gonna get served. And I remember he walks up to me, and he's like, he asked me first, hey, you got any food? I'm like, I got food. I got the best food in the whole world. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And he goes, peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You got any turkey? I was like, no, but I got PB&J, like my wife and I would put this together, like it's gonna be awesome. If you just try, just take a bite. He's like, nah, yeah. I'm like, you're hungry, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I see you got a blanket. I do, I have a blanket. It's good, it's wool, it's getting into the cold season, right? I know you're gonna be cold. He's like, well, is it cotton? Whoa, I'm thinking in my mind, right? What is this dude? This guy is basically being selective of what he's going to receive, and he's the homeless guy. And he's like, no, if it's not cotton, I don't want it. And I'm telling you, at that point in time, I'm thinking, this dude doesn't deserve it, right? He goes, you got water? I'm like, by that time, I'm angry, He's like, yeah, I got water. He basically just takes it out of my hand. He grabs the toiletries. He was on his way. Do you think I even had a chance to even talk to him about Jesus? I walked away, and I had a couple of high school kids with me, and I felt the way they did. Like, I don't ever want to do this anymore. Those guys, they don't even deserve it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I had to have a moment with God. Or better yet, God had a moment with me, right? He said, a long time ago, Damon, you were in need. Back in high school, you were sleeping on people's couches. Back in the day, you didn't have a place to live. You pitched a tent on the field so that you make cross-country team. I sent a bunch of people out there, and you were ungrateful to them. So you better have the right heart. And so that's the real question that we're talking about. Today, when we're talking about Paul and his missionary motivation, you got to have the right heart.